Hello everyone and welcome back to the Far North Football Podcast. In this episode we will be talking about mainly the European games coming up for the Faroese teams. It's been a while since we've been here, so we will also be talking a bit about the Faroese League and how competitive it is. So yeah, let's just dive right in. The first game in Europe this season is Klaksvik against a team from Luxembourg called Bissen or something like that. It's a relatively unknown team. It's a team that actually got promoted 2 times in a row and then won the championship in Luxembourg the first time around. And it's their European debut. So there's not, we don't know a lot about this team. So it's hard to say what quality they do have, but I've heard that Klaksvik are small favorites, but it's not been going that great, and we have injuries and everything, so I think it's a pretty open game. But I'm hoping that KI's European experience will help them out a lot here, because right now it's the only thing I think we can use to our benefit, especially because we have many players injured. So hopefully we can use this to our advantage. And before we dive into that game more, I think we talk also about what teams the other teams are going to face. The team that NSÍ are going to face is a team called Hamrun Spartans. That's a team from Malta, which is also a division that is doable for a Faroese team to beat. But it's never easy for a Faroese team. But I think NSÍ they have strengthened their team a lot, and they've been really competitive in the Faroese League this season. So I really see and hope that they can manage to pull this game off and get some more points to Faroese football when it comes to European games, but also to also grow the league, because as everyone know, there's a lot of money involved in Faroese football. No, not Faroese football, European football. It's a lot of money for the Faroese teams, because just winning 1 or 2 games is enough to fix your finances for the next couple of years. So it's important for a team like NSÍ to maybe get some points in this game, or a win in this game, I mean. And then there's Víkingur, and they're going to play a team called Stjarnan. Stjarnan is a team from Iceland, which in many years have been a league that has actually been under the Faroese League when it comes to European places. But in the most recent years, they have overtaken the Faroese teams with the likes of Breiðablik and Víkingur, who have done really great in Europe. Mainly those 2 teams. I don't know actually Stjarnan's record in Europe. So I think also there it's an opportunity for Víkingur to go ahead to the next round, as well as KI and NSÍ. I think there's never been an easier time for all Faroese teams to qualify for the second round of the European games. And then of course there's HB. HB, they automatically qualify for the second round of the Conference League because of their because of KI won the double and they finished second last season. The cup winners, they qualify for the second round of the Conference League, but because of KI won the double and they qualify for the Champions League through the league, that place falls down to the the second in the league, and this time around it's HB, and that's also great news for them, especially because when they skip the first round, they automatically get more money because they get the money as if they qualified for the second round, but also because of that, their opponents will be a little bit harder. Hope they will play against Motherwell from the Scottish League, and yeah, the Scottish League is way above the Faroese League in terms of quality of players and also professional teams. Motherwell is a professional team, and there's no team in the Faroe Islands that is professional. But we've seen it many times before with Koi in 2023. Many times in 2023 managed to beat, fully professional teams. So let's not rule anything out, but HB is in a little bit unstable position right now. Their head coach got sacked, and they're struggling in the league, but they're starting to get some points. So maybe it's on the way up. But right now they're sitting in the 5th place in the Faroese League, so they also have to focus a lot of energy on the league. But I think obviously as long as they're in Europe, they'll focus all of their energy in that because that's where their money is. But they could end up not qualifying for the Europe Conference League next season, and that could be a big problem in terms of finances because they have player on high wages and just a team, coaching staff, and everything that costs, and they haven't actually hired a new coach yet. They have an intern manager, Lucas Sislovic, who has been assistant this season, and he has been the coach for the women's last season, I think, and maybe the season before that. So who knows if they're going to use him as the next coach or they're looking for a coach right now. But yeah, anyways, I wanted to come back to Koi because that's the team that I know the best. That's my football team, as you guys know. And this season we have been struggling. It's kind of sad to say, but we have been struggling. Injuries, for example, there's 2 players that have been injured like for the rest of the season. That's our striker, Patrick Johansen, and also our goalkeeper, Sebastian John. But we have a big squad, so there should be no problem. But there's an injury every now and then, and there's been some games that really haven't been going that great recently. And yeah, especially the last 2 games against NSÍ. One of them we actually lost 4-2, but it was the second leg of the cup, and we managed to qualify for the cup final through penalties. We lost that game 4-2, and it was 6-6 on aggregate. It was a terrible performance from Koi, and we've seen many of those this season. After that, we lost against Norge in another terrible performance. Yeah, I don't know. As a spectator, as a person from the outside, I'm struggling to see any idea of what the team is trying to do. You can't find the idea of how they want to create their chances, but because they're not creating anything at all. When they don't manage to create a chance against a team like Norge sitting last in the league, that should say something about the game plan. And I'm struggling to see if the coach has any idea on how to get out of the situation, because he looks clueless, in my opinion. And there's many people who think he looks clueless, and he probably is as well, because he's not used to managing good teams. He was the manager of Norge, and last season, obviously, he won the double, which is impressive. But yeah, I think everyone could do that with a team like this, because this is the most expensive team in the Faroese history. Not only is Koi the most expensive team in wages, I think it's more expensive than all of the other teams combined. That should say something. And also we have a massive troop, so to say that we lost the game against Norge because of I don't know, players were tired after playing 120 minutes, that's just bullshit, in my opinion, because when you play 120 minutes and you have 28 players registered in your squad, you rotate, especially when you play against the team bottom of the table. Then you rotate, use other players. Don't use the excuse of players that are tired. Nobody wants to hear that, especially in Class A, because there's young players left, right, and center leaving because of not getting enough playing time. And when I'm talking about players, I'm talking especially about local players that choose to go another route because of the head coach doesn't trust them and want to use the same 35-year-old players every single game. So I'm just thinking, yeah, obviously in the CV you can see, oh, he won the double last season, but if there's anybody looking like to sign him now, because he's going to leave the team and after the season in a much worse state than it was left for him. We have old players and nothing for the future. Every young player is left, so he's leaving this team in shambles, I would say. So if anyone is looking for like a coach to win or build a team, I'm just warning you, that's not him, because yeah, he's pretty much destroying the team. Yeah, he's playing like he's winning and everything, and he's playing the best team every single time. And yeah, you would expect to win if you're playing the best team, but also you can see what it does to the squad, the players who do not get enough playing time, but also the players who get injured because they are forced to play through injury. Like Ren Shaki, for example, last season, he played all the second half of last season through injury, and now he's been injured all the season, and he still hasn't played a single minute. So yeah, maybe on the CV it looks good, but long term, it's not really it. But yeah, as I said, in Europe, I hope that experience will give Koi the advantage. And also another advantage we have is that the Luxembourgian league is in preseason, and we're in the middle of season, so we're reaching peak fitness, and they're just starting again. So that should be a big advantage as well. Thinking about NSÍ also, if we're talking about them in the league, they've been impressive this season, but I wouldn't say they have been more impressive than they were last season. If they had the form they had last season, if they got the wins they got last season, they would be running away with this title right now. Because right now they're only sitting 3 points in front of Koi with a worse goal difference, and we still have a game against each other. And this has been one of the worst campaign for Koi in quite some time. So if they just got their wins against the teams that they're supposed to get, they would be 10 points clear right now. So as an NSÍ supporter, I think they will be disappointed that they're not further ahead, but I think they're excited about their chances anyways. And they should be excited about their chances in the Europe as well, because they're also facing a team that is in preseason, and I see they have a really realistic chance to qualify. A team from Malta. We've seen teams from the Faroe Islands beat Maltese teams before, so I don't see why a really strong and fit NSÍ team shouldn't be able to at least give them a really hard time. And I think if I should put my money on it, I actually think NSÍ will qualify for the next round this time. But I have also read that the team from Malta has they have strengthened their team. Obviously, I don't know the players. It's the Maltese league, so it's hard to say. But every team that qualifies for Europe tries to strengthen their team. NSÍ has strengthened their team as well. So yeah, I think it's going to be a 50-50 here, and my money is on NSÍ. And yeah, then there's Víkingur against Jatnan. I would say Víkingur go into this game in at a good form. They've been playing really well lately. They had a little bit of a rough start, but I think they've found their momentum right now. They won recently 4-0 against HB, qualifying them for the cup final against Koi. And they're also just won against the P36 2-0, who was number one in the league for the first 11, I think, game weeks. And then they also have a strong squad, but local. But I think they have a competitive squad, and they have a young Aron Benjaminsen, who has been incredible to watch. He's like, I'm struggling to see not NSÍ. I'm struggling to see Wischinger keeping a hold of him for too long, because he's just been incredible to watch. So I think they are going to be slight underdogs, Wischinger, but I wouldn't count them out, because I think if Aron, for example, and Sölve, the experience, a veteran of Wischinger, and the rest of the squad really hit their day and played to their best, and usually usually every team does that, but usually Faroese teams, when they play in Europe, they play at their best, because this is only once a year, and it's the most exciting time. You get to travel with your team, and you get to play against teams from other countries. So I really see Wischinger getting a great chance to advance for the second qualifying round. But I think it will have, they need a good result in Iceland. I think if they lose by more than 2 goals in Iceland, I'll struggle to see them coming back from this. But as long as they are still in it, realistically, if they lose by 1 goal or even keep a draw, I think it's going to be really exciting to see them play against them in the second leg. Second leg in Faroe Islands. And both of NSÍ's and Wishinger's games are going to be played at Djúpamýri, which is KOI's home stadium. So I'm going to be watching that game, as well as KOI's. That is tomorrow. And my plan is actually for the KOI game tomorrow to maybe do a mini vlog about it. So if that's something you want to see, it will probably be on my YouTube channel a couple of days after the game. But I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm going to record it, but if it gets published or not, we'll have to see how good it is. But yeah, I want to show a little bit of how we as a fan club usually prepare for a European game, and how the Faroese experience in a European night is actually. So I'm going to post that if I'm satisfied enough, but I'm trying to record it. So yeah, this was a shorter episode. I haven't been here for a while. I really haven't had the time, so I won't be talking more about like the Faroese League, but hopefully I can do that more in the future. But also, just a heads up to everyone is that I'm going to school in Denmark in August, so I'm not going to be home for all of the second half of the season. So I will not be able to at least watch the games live, but I will still try to follow the league, and especially KOI. I'm going to watch every game of KOI that is possible. But yeah, so maybe I'm not going to being able to post as many podcasts, but I haven't really been posting that many anyways. So I'm hoping that I will still be able to do it, even though I'm like in Denmark. But let's just see the time on and see whatever happens. Then whatever happens. So I'm sorry that I didn't talk that much about the Faroese League this time. Hopefully I'll talk more about that in the future, because it's actually really, really competitive, and I know many of you guys want to listen about it. Let's just take this for example. B68 sit in last place with 12 points, and HB sit in 5th place with 24. There's just 12 points from last place to the mid-table, so anything can still happen. And also the top 4, Wischinger have 26 points, and NSÍ have 34. Everything can happen at the top as well. There's only 8 points between number 4 and the top, and there's still many teams that can qualify for Europe as well. So the Faroese League also goes to a summer break now. that doesn't mean that the Faroese football will stop because of the European games. But I'll try to make more before I go, more episodes, and I'll also try to try at least to make an episode every now and then while still in Denmark. And I'm hoping to be able to come home to the Faroe Islands to watch the cup final, but I'm not sure yet because it's expensive because of the plane prices, because of the war and everything. It's more expensive, but maybe I hope so. And so thank you guys for listening, and I wish all of the Faroese teams good luck in the European games coming up. And I'll be trying to watch every home game for the Faroese teams as long as they're in Klaksvik, maybe also when they start coming to Tórshavn. So I just want to say thank you guys for listening, and I'll be back hopefully sooner rather than later. Thank you.